You were second place, but you are in first place because you just learned your first lesson. And when you understand and accept this lesson, you're gonna start winning at everything. Let me explain. I was born into an amazing family. We had love, we had support, we had laughter, we had games. And so growing up, I thought that everyone had what I had until I started playing sports. And I got cut from every single team I tried out for, every single one. So I was very frustrated because I thought if I worked harder and I was more talented, then I should have made the team. But after getting cut from basketball, baseball, football, track, swimming, soccer, wrestling and tennis, I realized that even though I worked really hard, I wasn't very good. And even though I wasn't very good, I didn't get better because I loved the feeling of not having to put in effort. So I was finally able to combine the two things I loved in life, being mediocre and not having to work. So I enrolled in college as a pre-med student, which meant I could slack off all 4 years and not have to work while still getting good grades. Perfect. But when I applied to medical school, I didn't get in anywhere. And this made me realize that although I had a great childhood, there was something missing. And that thing was drive. And I knew I needed drive to accomplish anything in life. But how do you acquire drive? Well, the answer came to me unexpectedly during the day my next-door neighbor died and left his car in the driveway. Now this car had been sitting in the driveway for weeks. But now it became a problem because his widow had to go on vacation to see her children and she couldn't take the car because it wasn't running. She called a tow truck, but he said he would only come get the car if she promised to pay him immediately upon arrival. The tow truck driver was kind enough to offer to push start the car so she could at least try to drive it to the mechanic shop. But when she turned the key, nothing happened. So I came outside to help them. And when I asked what was going on, she told me about her husband and the car. So I went to the back of the car, pushed off the back bumper, spun the tires and pushed the car forward. Then I ran around to the other side, opened the door and helped her out. And she paid the tow truck driver and drove away. When I went back inside, I thought to myself, why am I so lucky? I was able to help someone, the tow truck driver got paid and the widow was able to get to her vacation without having to wait around all day. A win-win-win situation. And that is when I realized the difference between the people who win in life and the people who do end. Because in order to win in life, you need to be able to help others win in life. And this can only happen if you have drive. Drive is what makes you help others without expecting anything in return. Drive is what wakes you up before your alarm clock goes off. Drive is what pushes you past your excuses and limitations. And without drive, you can't succeed. And this is where most people quit. They think they need to have extreme drive in order to achieve anything. But the truth is, you don't need a lot of drive. You just need some. You know, like a little bit. In fact, everyone has some drive, even if it's just the drive to keep doing exactly what you're doing right now. That's a form of drive. But here's the crazy thing. Once you use your drive to accomplish something, no matter how small, you get more drive. It's like a snowball rolling down a hill. At first it's small, but as it rolls, it gets bigger and bigger and faster and faster. And that's how you build momentum. And the reason why you need this snowball effect is because once you start accomplishing things, no matter how small, you start to believe in yourself. And once you believe in yourself, you become unstoppable. And that's when you start winning at everything. But if you don't use the drive that you already have, it'll slowly drain away, like water evaporating from a glass of water left out in the sun. And that's why so many people accomplish nothing in life, because they never use their drive. And let me tell you a quick story about this. I used to train people in the corporate wellness center at a large company. And one day I was training this woman on how to use the gym equipment. She was overweight, out of shape and very shy. But she seemed excited to be at the gym and I was happy to help her. After a few days of training her, I found out that she had recently gotten a divorce and her doctor had told her that she needed to lose weight or else she would die young. And although she was nervous and scared, she was also very motivated to change her life. Over the next few weeks, she started coming to the gym almost every day. And although she was still nervous and shy, she was starting to come out of her shell. And when she smiled for the first time, I knew that she was truly happy for the first time in a long time. Then one day she stopped showing up. And when I asked what happened, she told me that she had gone back home because her son had gotten sick. And she thought to herself that since she was already behind on her workouts, she might as well just quit because she had failed anyways. When I heard this, I told her that quitting was not an option because although she may feel like she had failed, she had accomplished so much already. She had taken the first step by realizing that she needed to change. She had taken the second step by coming to the gym. And even though she might not feel like it, she had taken the third step by actually working out and getting in shape. And if she kept going like this, she would continue to get stronger and healthier. And even if she fell behind, she would just get back on track and pick up where she left off. And although it wouldn't be easy, she could do it. She just had to believe in herself. Well, after hearing this, she started crying and she told me that she didn't realize how far she had come. And since then, she's lost over 60 pounds, gotten a personal trainer certification, and is now coaching other people on how to get healthy and fit. And this brings me to my next point. Even if you fail, you don't actually fail because failure is just another excuse to learn and grow. And that's what separates winners from losers. Winners learn from their failures while losers stay stuck in their failures. For example, you may have failed at relationships in the past, but you can use that failure to learn how to be a better boyfriend or girlfriend. Or maybe you've failed in business before, but you can use that failure to learn how to be a better entrepreneur. The possibilities are endless. And this is where the real fun begins, because once you start learning from your failures, you're gonna start succeeding more than you ever did before. And that's when you realize that success isn't about avoiding failure. Success is about failing forward. So although you were second place, you're in first place because you just learned your first lesson. And when you understand and accept this lesson, you're gonna start winning at everything. And this brings me to my second lesson. Even if you win, you're still gonna lose. And this may sound confusing, but let me explain. Even though I was second place, I was still able to win because I got to help someone else win. And even if I win first place, I'm still gonna lose because I'm gonna lose the ability to help others win. For example, when you're in first place, people expect you to win. And if you don't, you're considered a loser. But when you're in second place, people don't expect you to win. And if you do, you're considered a winner. In other words, if you're in first place, you have something to lose. But if you're in second place, you have nothing to lose. And that's where the real power lies. This is why underdogs win more often than favorites. Underdogs have nothing to lose, while favorites have everything to lose. This is why sometimes you just need to take a step back and lose so you can start fresh and win bigger than before. And this brings me to my third lesson. When you're in second place, you can see what the person in first place can't see. For example, if you're in second place, you can see the person in first place's strengths and weaknesses, as well as what they're doing right and what they're doing wrong. But the person in first place can't see any of that because they're too busy trying to maintain their position. And this is where you need to take advantage. You need to observe everything about the person in first place and find ways to either exploit their weaknesses or do what they are doing right. And if you do this, you're gonna be able to win at everything. So although you were second place, you're actually in first place because you just learned your third lesson. And when you understand and accept this lesson, you're gonna start winning at everything. And this brings me to my final lesson. Even if you're in second place, you can still be first in a different competition. For example, even though I was second place in my original competition, I was first in the competition to make people happy, which is the only competition that truly matters. And this is what I realized after getting rejected by medical school. Because even though I felt terrible, I knew that I could use this pain to help others. And that's when I started my channel. And the rest is history. And this brings me to my final point. Being second place is a blessing in disguise because it gives you the opportunity to win in a different competition, a competition where the rules are different, the judges are different, and the prize is different. So although you were second place, you're actually first in a different competition. And this is where the real fun begins, because now you can win without all the pressure of winning in the first competition. And this is where the magic happens, because now you are free to pursue your true passion and help others while doing it. And this is where the real joy in life comes from. So although you were second place, you're actually first in a different competition. And when you understand and accept this lesson, you're gonna start winning at everything. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe to my channel. I post weekly short videos to help you become the best version of yourself.